Okay, today we'll be seeing HTML. That's also one more language. So we have covered two languages nearly. Which one? One is Java, one is SQL. When you are developing an application, there are many languages required. Okay, an application, when you are developing web application especially, there are many languages required. Most of you think if you know Java you can develop an application. It is not possible so, because when you are developing an application there are many languages required. Example is when you are developing a web application especially, you require some languages like Java, SQL, HTML, JavaScript, XML, so many languages are required. Only when you know all these languages, then only you can develop an application perfectly. We have covered two, which one? Java and SQL. So today we will be seeing HTML. As the course progresses, later on you will be knowing about JavaScript, XML, whatever is required. But today we will be concentrating more on HTML. Yes, HTML is also one more language, and the full form of that stands as Hypertext Markup Language. Understood? So now HTML is a presentation language. That's what you have to understand now. It's a presentation. It is used for presenting things. I mean the texts actually. Now see, it is mainly used for three reasons. So I have to cover all these three things for you. HTML is used for what? Three purposes. So I have to show you how HTML will be used for displaying text content. Next I will be showing you what? How it is used for giving structure to a web page. Understood? Then I have to show you how to collect the input values. Okay, so first I'll explain you HTML separately, then I'll be explaining you how HTML fits into a project. From project point of view I'll be telling later. First purely HTML I'll talk. Then I'll come to project and explain you how it is used in projects. Okay, so concentrate only HTML now. Yes, HTML does not have keywords, control statement, operators, data types. Now very important point. Understood? So now you're lucky. Yes or no? Because if a language has all this, what you have to do? You have to spend time in learning all this, yes or no? So all that time is eliminated now. So HTML is a very short and sweet language. Very simple language it is. And in HTML language you have only tags. You have only tags, nothing else. Okay, so that is why it is called as a markup language. The reason why HTML is called as a markup language is because of tags. Okay, so means in HTML it contains only tags. You will have tags like this. HTML, this is what I am going to teach you. Only tags will be there in your HTML file. Understood? So, and we'll be discussing this. HTML is one tag. This is one, means this is start tag. We call this as, this is called as start tag, and this is called as end tag. So in an HTML file, you'll be seeing only tags like this: start tag, end tag. That's how it will be done. Fine. Anyway, that's an introduction to what is a tag. Okay. But unlike Java, what is there? Unlike Java and SQL, they have a different way. See, every language has its own syntax purpose. Understood? This is used purely for presentation. The next, HTML documents contain what? As I told you now, HTML documents, when you write HTML file, it will contain only text and HTML tags. Apart from that, nothing else. Okay. Next, see, the tags have attributes and attributes have values. Okay. So slowly I'll be teaching you all this, but just introduction I'm giving to you. See, as I told you, this is one tag now. This is start tag, end tag. Fine. Again in this tag you can have other tags, and they are called as child tags. Understood? This is called as parent tag, and now we will have child tags. Now see, example is body. Okay. This is what now? Another tag, which is inside what? HTML. Body tag has been written inside HTML. This is a style of coding. In Java we follow methodology. How we follow? We'll open brace, and inside that you'll code something. Okay, and then you'll close the brace. So that is their syntax. Now this is HTML syntax now. So whenever you want to learn a language, you have to learn first their syntax. So it consists purely of tags. These are all ready-made tags. I am not inventing them. The language people have already designed and given you this tags. They are predefined tags. Understood? So these tags will be there, and then these tags, they have something called as, see, start tag, end tag here also. This is what now? Start tag. This is what? End tag. Same. But again, these tags can have attributes. See, this is how it goes. Now this is the tag. Body is the tag. So the point what we are discussing is tags have attributes and attributes have values. So HTML is a tag. Body is a child tag of what? HTML. So HTML is parent tag, we say. This is called as child tag. So a child tag should be always used within the parent tag. And some tags, not all the tags, some tags have what? Attributes. So this is tag now. This is called as tag. This is called as, I think I'll use some other marker. So this is called as attribute. Yeah, and these are called as, sorry, this is tag now. This is a tag. Then a tag can have what? Attribute, and attribute will obviously have values. Values it is. So getting all the structure clearly. See, first is tag I introduced. What all I introduced now? Tag I introduced. Then what am I introducing? A tag can have child tag. So that time this becomes parent tag, this becomes child tag. Then tag can have what? Attribute and values. Why we use this I'll be explaining, but just understand the syntax first. Understood? So body is the tag, BG color is the attribute, red is the value. Yeah? Fine then. And all these tags what you are seeing now, okay, they are not case sensitive. Some rules you have to understand now. They are not case sensitive. Means when you are typing a HTML file, okay, HTML, body, HTML, whatever I am using, okay, you can write it in uppercase or you can write it in smaller case. That's up to you. So they are not case sensitive. But the general convention what we follow is by typing it in lowercase. The general convention what we do is we always type it by typing it in lowercase. Understood? This is a simple introduction I am giving to you. So now next thing, now after you type this file, next what you will be saying, you will be saving the file now. Understood? You will be saving the file. The file will be saved as with an extension. You can give any name, A, B, C, anything, X, Y, Z, name can be anything. But the extension should be mandatory .html. This is the extension. Understood? So this is how you will be writing this file and you will be saving it as this. Any name you can give, but the extension, like for C file you say .c, for Java file you say .java, for SQL files you would say scripts you say .sql. So for here we follow the convention of saying .html. Understood? So you have to say this. Now how do you execute this? Coding is done. Assume that coding is finished now. After finishing coding, you want to get the output now. Finally we need output. So here how do you get the output is, you don't have to compile. Understood? So HTML does not need a compiler. HTML does not need a compiler. You don't have to compile it. Okay. All this what we code now, it will be interpreted and executed. So you need an interpreter. HTML does not need a compiler and it needs only a interpreter. Now for that also, see this. HTML, so we have completed these 2 points. The tags have attributes and attributes have values. Tags are not case sensitive. Now see this point you see. HTML does not need a compiler, it needs an interpreter. Yes. So we'll come to that point now. The runtime environment for HTML file is a browser. After typing everything now, you can execute your code in what? Browser. Understood? So now if you want to type HTML files now, in fact you don't require any extra software only. You don't have to install anything. One notepad and one browser is sufficient now. Like see, if I want to write a Java program, I need to install what? Java. If I want to work with database or SQL, I have to install database. If I want to work with SQL, I have to install database. But if you want to work with HTML, no need to install anything. You have got notepad and you have got browser. That's it. Type it in notepad and execute in browser. That simple it is. So you don't need any compiler, you don't need any interpreter. The browser only acts as the interpreter and executes all your code now. That's how it will happen. Understood? So the browser is an interpreter which interprets and displays the contents of the file. Whatever is there now, it will be executing and displaying it now. Okay. So the next, HTML documents are also called as web pages. So here it starts off. HTML will be used for designing what? Web pages. So first I will be teaching you HTML independently. Then we will see it in a project, how it will be used as a web page. Understood? So, and then the purpose of a web browser. You have got so many browsers now. What is the duty of all of them? They do nothing. They are only interpreting and displaying what? The HTML code. You have used too many, means you have seen, you have used browser too many times when you are browsing through internet and all. The duty of the browser is only what? Display the contents of the HTML file. Understood? Means finally, I'll be covering it later. Finally, how a HTML file will be used is, see that HTML file, finally, later, you'll be understanding, it will be kept in on computer now. This is login.html or whatever, after coding, you'll be keeping it in on computer. Some computer. Okay. So once you keep it in a computer, and generally these computers are called as server. Okay. They are called as server. Understood? So means server is nothing but one more computer, thing like that. It's only terminology. Okay. So then see, there will be other clients now. This is another computer. Different computer it is. From this computer, you'll be having a browser installed. You'll have a browser installed in your computer. So what will this computer do now? It makes a request to this HTML file. You'll type there something like http/login.html, something like that you'll type, and this HTML file will be delivered. A request will happen and a response will be given and it will be delivered here. The content will be delivered here. Finally, this is how HTML will be used. So we are going to learn it independently first. Yeah? Then one more user. This is user 1. You can take user 1. Then you have user 2. User 2 also will be there. So now, why are they installing browsers in their computer now? To make request, get the response, and the duty of the browser is what now? To make request, get the response, and display what? Displays the HTML content. That's all. That is why you have browser. And by default, whenever you install a Windows operating system or whichever operating system, if you install Windows, you'll get what? IE, Internet Explorer. If you install Macintosh, you get what? Safari. Like that. By default, one operating system gives you on browser. So you don't have to worry now. Okay. So we'll be seeing this full-fledged later. Okay. These are all called as clients. This is called as server. So after writing a HTML file, you'll keep it in a computer and the clients will make the request. Okay. And this is what you call as a web application. Understood? So in fact, HTML is used for designing what now? Web page. HTML is used for designing web pages. That's why it's called as web page. So we'll have to reach to this level. Initially, I'll be not taking you to this level where client is there, server is there, all that I'll not be covering. Okay. Initially, I'll just show you how to type on HTML file. This topic will open up when we see the topic of servlets. So for servlets, HTML is mandatory. This is how I set the platform. I'm starting something, I'll be completing something. This is the stepping stone for what now? Next technology, what I enter. So always when I teach, by the time I complete, it is a stepping stone for what? The next technology. So if you know this properly, you can code what? Servlet also, JSP also, struts also, JSF. You want to learn all that now? What all you want to learn? Servlet, JSP, struts, JSF. Then this becomes backbone for all that. Understood? So now one more simple terminology I'll explain to you. What is client and server? Client and server are, see, you don't think it is very big. It is simple English terminology. Simple English terminology. A person who makes a request is called as client in English. A person who gives the response is called as what? Server. It's English terminology. And here all are computers only. Means I'm telling for someone who is coming from non-computer science background. Client server means for them something big. Nothing to worry. What is there? Client is an English word and the server is also an English word. I go to a hotel. I make a request. I'll ask for what? Idli, dosa, something. So I'm a client. The waiter serves me. So he's the server. Client, server. Same way here. This computer makes the request and this will serve it. Client, server. That's it. So end of the day, all are physical entity wise. They are all what? Computers only. But in that computer, we'll install some software like browser and then we'll make the request. So just I explained you the whole architecture now. So now we have to start learning how to type a HTML file now. This is one simple introduction of what is HTML. Clear? So when we start off learning HTML, we have to learn three things now. What are the three things we have to learn? How to display the text first. Means some things I want to display some text here. Like hello, welcome, something like that. Then I have to show you structuring. Means I want to align and all that. That I'll cover. Then I'll be showing you how to have input fields. Input field. See, that is your input to your program now. This is your application. Here you'll have your application. So what will happen now? Once the user makes the request, whatever it has to display, enter, name, all that is fine. But you have that input value here now. Enter name. I keep writing enter name, enter password. Correct. And next is what? Little bigger if not, I'll draw it. See, this is the computer, one user, enter name. You have that field here, enter password. So finally, we will be getting values from here now. Till now you are talking about dynamic value now. You wanted dynamic values. Yes, we will start getting dynamic values into our programs now. Clear? This is from it is this place. From this place where you start getting dynamic values from the user. Okay, once you get this, here you will write your logic. You will be writing logic using what? Java or anything you can write. And after writing logic, yes, you know how you use it. This is the whole architecture now. Understood? Here you will be having database. So everything is required. You need the database because otherwise the values will be lost now. User is giving the value. If you don't save it in permanent memory, values will be lost. So understand each and everything what is there now and why it is really required for development of an application. Generally you have a method thinking, if I know Java I can code an application. Not so. You cannot do it because database is also highly required. HTML is also required. Now to code here, what we use is Java. Here Java files we will be writing. Java programs we will write. We will see that later. We can use any language, but we prefer to use Java. So this is what is the whole architecture. Clear? So we'll be visiting shortly there. So yes, so now that was the point which I wanted to clarify for you. This one. The runtime environment for HTML file is a browser. It will make the request, you will get the response, and it will be displaying it. The browser is an interpreter which interprets and displays the contents of the HTML file. The purpose of a web browser such as Google Chrome, Internet, any browser is what? Is to read and read the HTML documents and display them as web pages. That's all. That's why you use a web browser. You have used everything, but you have not noticed it properly. That's it. Understood? So we'll be seeing how to do it now. So HTML is very simple, okay, but it is the platform, next platform for what? So let's JSPs and all that. Simple notes. Yes. So now let's see how to print hello world now. Same thing. How to print hello world using HTML language. Then generally when you start learning any language, C, C++, Java also, the first output what you'll be seeing is hello world only. We'll continue to do the same now. Continue to do the same thing now. See this. If I want to print hello world using HTML language, this is what you have to do. You have to start, like in C you follow some methodology. In C what do they say? Write main. In main you write printf and print hello world. That's how you get the output in that language. Correct. In Java what do you say? You say class demo, public static void main. Inside that you will say system.out.print. That's the way you have to write. Otherwise if you don't write like that you will not get the output. Yes or no? So one language will have one methodology and syntax. So in HTML what we do is we use tags like this. Understood? So I am going to the first point. Which point now? HTML is used for displaying text. Then I come to structuring, then for input. So see HTML. Next, HTML file will always have, so you can give any name, like I'll say hello.html. Any name you can give. Understood? Hello.html I'll give. Open and close always, and the file name will be what? Hello.html. Fine. Now HTML file is containing tags and text. That's what I told you. Fine. We'll see some more tags. HTML tag mainly consists of two important child tags. HTML tag is having two important child tags. One is called as head and the other one is called as body. These are the two main child tags of what? Two main. There's still more, but these are the two main child tags of HTML. Understood? So like that, we go on writing the code now. Understood? Again, body tag will have what? Some other child tags. Like that it goes on. Understood? We'll be seeing that. So here now, in body, so we'll be concentrating more on the body part now. We'll be concentrating more on body part now. Understood? So if you want to display anything, just write hello world here, whatever it is, that's it. Whatever you want to print or display, that's it, over. Understood? Now where will you type this file? I showed you what to write and that's all. Hello world output is over now. It's very simple. Understood? But where will you type this file now? Next question comes. You can use any editor in the world. Understood? Any normal editor like Notepad also you can use. So first I'll also show you how to teach in Notepad only and we'll get the output. Clear? Very simple. This is the first program what you'll be seeing now. Then we'll be going to some more better programs. So this is just an introduction. So what I'll do now, I'll be typing in Notepad and that file I'll execute in what? Browser. Which browser? Any browser you have in your computer you can execute. That's it. You don't have to install anything now. Clear? That's going to be that simple. So let's type now. So open up Notepad. Yes. So it's a, you don't have to install anything, as I told you. Start typing now, HTML. But remember, any tag you open, you have to close. That's the rule here. Like in Java, any brace you open, you have to close now. Same way here. And you have to save it now. Okay. So I'll do one thing. First I'll show you the folder structure. In my computer, what do you do? D drive. Ravi Kumar is the folder I'm using. You'll also be having your own folders. In this Ravi Kumar, what will I do? I'll create a new folder called as HTML examples. Done? So I'll be saving it here. Whatever I type, all the HTML files, I'll put it here. This is the folder structure I'm using. If you are having your own folder structure, you can continue with that. Done. So it's better you go with this style itself. Fine. Next, I'll save now. So where I have to save? Sorry. D drive, Ravi Kumar, HTML examples, yes. Hello.html. So I can give I have to give .html extension and close it with double quote so that it will not take any further extension. Problem is hello.html.txt it can get converted. So if it gets the extension of .txt again it cannot be executed. So just save it as hello.html. Always use double quotes. File is saved now. So then next, what are the other two things we'll add now? Head. It has two major parts. HTML file always has two major parts. So we have started coding HTML now. Yes. So what do you understand here now? What I have coded? HTML is a tag. Head is a child tag of HTML. So HTML is parent tag of what? Head and body. Fine. So in whatever you want to display now, okay, you put it in body tag. Whatever you want to display. I want to write hello world now. Done. Program over. So now I have to execute. So what will you do? So where did I save this program? In HTML examples. Correct? Done. See already that icon you can see. It's showing Internet Explorer. Okay. So sometimes it will be depends on what your operating system settings. Sometimes if you have installed Chrome, it will show you the Chrome logo, Google Chrome logo. Sometimes it will show you IE Explorer logo like this. Fine. Anyway, just if you want to execute now. See, I have finished typing the program. I am not compiling, nothing I am doing. What am I doing? See how I execute. Simply go to that file, double click over. This is how you execute HTML. Just double click. And what will the browser do? It will interpret it and display it to you. Nothing more. Or one more way is how to open means you open browser normally, then you go to, I think here you are not, you'll be having that file option. Understood? See this. I want to see in something like here also. Fine. Like this also you have that file option, no? Sometimes you'll get it not enabled. 1 second. Tools. Toolbars. Menu bar. Yeah, see here. Okay. So file. Open. Browse. D drive. Ravi Kumar, go to the location where your file is, select, say open. Just say okay now, it will open up. Two options. First open browser and then say file open. You got it now? Other option is what? Double click. So we find this as better. Which one? Simply double clicking will execute the program. Otherwise option you got it now? Open the browser, a new browser you open. So I'll open the browser again newly, and I'll say file, open. First understand how to execute. Okay, let us browse and go again. It's select it and just say okay, that's it. Simple. So no compiler required, no which one? Extra software required, just whatever you're having is sufficient to type your HTML file and get the output. So fine. Next. And whatever you are seeing here, so now see, I'll start talking about HTML. Whatever you are seeing the white color screen now, here, from this box to whatever, this is called as body part. So whatever you type in the body tag will come within this part and displayed. Okay, so how, just see this, I'll give more clarity now. Body, now see this, BGCOLOR is equal to, I'll say red. So what I have started using now? Attributes. Tags have attributes, attributes have values. I'm introducing it now. So let's see what happens if I just add the attribute. Okay, so let's say I'll go and you can now, once it is open now, just refresh, save the file, refresh, it will execute now. You don't have to go and double click every time. If that file is open, just refresh, now it is executing. BG color is equal to red, means see, whatever red color you are seeing, that is only called as the body part. Whatever red color you are saying means whatever you type in body, okay, will be coming like this, fine. Okay, so this is the body part. You got what is the body part. Now see, all tags have attributes. We are understanding now. All tags have, or some tags have attributes. Okay, so earlier I wrote like this, close body, fine, and here I said hello world. This is okay. Later what did I do? BG color is equal to red. This is what I did. Now what that made to get you the red color display. A small change. Now how it happened? What you have to understand now is, see these tags, they have default behavior. These tags have default behavior. There are many tags like this you'll be seeing. Okay, they have the default behavior. The default behavior of body tag was white color display. Means BG color is an attribute, but the default value of BG color would be white. So what happens when it was executing, it is displaying in white color. If you don't want that behavior, what you do? Use the attribute and change that behavior by providing some information. So attributes are used for what? Giving some property to the tags, some additional information. Attributes are used for giving additional information to the tag. So if you give it as red, so automatically when the browser started interpreting it, what did it do? Change the display color to red like this. I start using more, you'll start understanding. But it's simple. This is the simple way an HTML gets executed. Understood? No compiler and no extra software required, just it will interpret and display. So what is the browser doing? It will interpret and display it. If you still want to clearly understand, see this. Right click. Now I am on the browser. Right click. What do you do? View source. View source. See, this is the content, what it is displaying. The browser is displaying, interpreting this. Our file is different. The file is the HTML browser is interpreting all this and displaying it to you. This is our file. Understood? The thing is now, we have not kept the file in the server, that's it, and not making a request. That will happen later. So after coding such kind of files, what we do? Later on, it will be kept in some server. This hello.html will be kept in the server, means some other computer. Now from browser, means some other computer now. Here everything is local. But now what we'll do? Later, from some other computer, we'll make the request and get the display. That's what is going to happen finally. Understood? So that is from project point of view now. That's how it will be used in projects. Yeah, HTML. So right now we are learning HTML independently. So type and execute. You only execute. You type it and you only execute in the browser. Later on we'll see how to put that HTML file in a server and how to make the request from the client. All that we'll be covering later. That's a different setup. It's a setup only now. Different setup altogether. Done? But that is how HTML will be finally used in projects. So all these languages are vital when you are developing a project now. Clear? View source. So fine. That's the simplest introduction what I can give for an HTML file now. So I'll start coding more things now. We want to display more things now. Understood? This is only introduction. But I want to display a lot of content. Who is satisfied with only hello world? Generally when you see a web page, there's so much of content. Okay. So we'll try to design such kind of pages now. Yes. As I told you, now you can start coding now, whatever you want. By using what? Tags, attributes, values, all that you can start coding now. But to code, what did I use? Notepad, yes. See, Notepad is not a good editor. Okay, there are good editors, which this is by default you are getting. But there are very powerful editors which have been provided to code your HTML file. So many are there. Okay, like I can use Edit Plus, Eclipse also can be used. Understood? Then you can use some special tool is there, Dreamweaver. Okay, there you don't have to type only. Drag and drop, automatically file will be created. So I got drag and drop options also. So what to drag and drop you will not understand directly if I show. So first we will go with coding only. Okay, then once you understand all these tags and all, then you'll know how to use those advanced tools. So simplest over. So next I'll move to Edit Plus and I'll be coding in Edit. You'll understand the advantage. In Notepad there's not much of an advantage. You'll understand the difference. So next editor what I'll use is Edit Plus. Then I'll be showing you how to code in Eclipse. Understood? So you can use any editor. So are you clear with Notepad? It is over, close. Okay, because it's pretty complicated coding in what? Notepad, you know that. So we'll move one level ahead now. Which one? Edit Plus. So Edit Plus is also one more editor. That's it. You can use it like that. Like how you got Edit Plus, you got text editor. So many are there. Text editor is there. Edit Plus is there. You can use. Okay. Notepad plus plus. That also you can use. Anything you can use. But I'm going to show you how to code in Edit Plus. Then later on when you start coding servlets and all, there we'll see in Eclipse. So fine. Now to code in Edit Plus, you have to install it. Yes, that's the software required now. That's the extra software required. So how to do it now? So see, I show you how to install Edit Plus. That software when you join cluster now, okay, we'll be giving it to you in DVD. Okay. So see this. It will be given to you. Here I have kept I have copied all that into my computer. So this is the folder we give you when you join cluster. In this folder you'll have something called as editors, Java editors. Open that, you'll find editplus.zip. Extract it. Extract it like this. Done. We have compressed and given it to you. That's it. So in Edit Plus, you'll have this exe file. You are very good in installing. You know how to install. Simply double click. Okay. Yes. Just let all these options be enabled. Okay. Create shortcut at desktop. Create means it will create after finishing installation on desktop will be there. Just say okay. That's it. Installation is done. Done. So once it is done, you can see this shortcut icon here. You can see this icon now. So now open up and you can type here. Just click on evaluate. First time it will ask for first time it will give that option. So just say evaluate and I say I agree. That's it. Understood? So Edit Plus is installed now. You can use this software also to type now. It's a good software or a good editor. Instead of Notepad you can use this. Let's see the advantage now. So how will you type now? File, new, normal text you type first. See this. It's an editor now. So the same output I'll get now. I'll increase the font size, tools, configure user tools, fonts. I'll make 12 or 14 something like this. Bold. Yeah. So HTML done. So then close HTML. And better you save it immediately. Okay, see this. Control S I'll do and save it now. Where will I save it? Computer. Clear? D drive. Ravi Kumar. HTML examples. Yes, sir. So I'll give the name as login dot. I'll show you how to create a login file now. Okay, so the name I'll give it as login.html. The file will be saved. That's it. Look, the tags are highlighted now in blue color. So there is some comfort you get in coding in what? Such kind of editors. So HTML. Now next, inside this what you'll have? Head. The same output I'll get now. Same output. So you know where's the file now? Go to D drive, Ravi Kumar, HTML examples. Okay, this backup file has got created. I'll delete that. That is not required. If you don't want the backup files to be created, go to Windows, Tools, Configure User Tools. General you go, files. Okay, click on files. Click on files and select. This is checked actually. Uncheck it. Which one? Create backup file while saving. Just uncheck it. Otherwise, simply that BAK backup file will go on getting created. So uncheck it. Fine. So now file is ready. Login.html is ready. How do you execute now? Double click. That's it. Same output. But I used which editor? Edit Plus. Okay. So next. You want to code. I'll start using the attributes. PGCOLOR is equal to any color you want to give. Green. See, tag in blue, attributes in orange or red, and this one in pink. It's very clear. You can identify your errors. That's the advantage of coding in Edit Plus. Nothing else. So again, you can go and refresh. You'll get the output. Done. Whatever color you want, you can give. So that's how it is more simple. Fine. We'll continue coding now. Hello world. So next, I start introducing the tags now. And one more. See, we always follow this convention. It's not. See, we follow some best practices. Best practices means the way you code should be attractive to others when they look at your code. Understood? So some conventions we say. Best practices means convention. Some standards what we follow while coding. So we know there are some standards we follow while coding Java. We know there are some standards while coding in SQL. Now we are going to see some standards coding in what? HTML. So always you put a tab like this for what? So it will be very clear for you. Head is a child tag of HTML. You give space like this. It will be clear to identify you now. Okay. So next. So inside body I'll use one more tag now. See, I'm introducing one by one the tags now. So in HTML, how many tags you know, that much of HTML you know now, that's all. How many tags you know, that much of HTML you know now. It's all about learning tags, nothing else. Once you know how it is compiling, means how it is, what is that? How to type, how to save, how to get the output. It's all about learning tags. H1 is on tag now. It is called as header tag. And this tag, it's called as header tag. It is used for giving titles. Understood? See this hello world. What will I do? Just go refresh. See it, you know header fonts means title fonts. Okay, in the book when you are having a title, something in the beginning of the story, you give no. So now see, what am I trying to do now? I am trying to display the text. Yes or no? But in what style you want to display your text? I want to display it as title fonts. Now use header tag. For displaying title fonts, use header tags. Okay. So if it is displaying you so big now, you want little lesser size. What do you do? H2. There's one more. H2 is one more tag now. H2 is one more tag. H1, H2. So you are opening H1, close H1. If you are opening H2, close H2 like that. So next, go there, refresh. See that? Little small. So like that. From H1 you got till H6. H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. Anything you can give. So if you give H6, it will display it in still more smaller size. That's it. It is displaying as title only, but very small. So which size you want, you decide. But only use from H1 to H6. Don't give H100, H200. The tag is not there. Understood? So what tags are there? Only use that. We are not inventing tags here. We are learning tags. We are inventing the language or learning the language? Learning. Then use their tags. Understood? And slowly you will start understanding if you use this tag, what is output? If you use that tag, what is output? Done? So fine. So I will bring it back to H1 only. or H2 you can make whatever size you want, you do it. So see this now. So once this is done, again come refresh, just refresh, you start getting the output now. Done. So this is done now. So next I'll say welcome. I'm continuing to type now. Understood? So again go refresh. See, I'm showing you how to display the text now. Okay. Hello world I displayed in that style, but welcome I am displaying normally. Okay. So fine. But why is welcome not getting affected like hello world? You might have a question. Reason is I've closed the tag here. So H2 is affecting only what? Hello world. But by chance if I cut this and paste it here, it will affect what? Welcome ones. Understood? So where you want to open, where you want to close, you decide now. That's used. So you are trying to display some content now. So you want to display hello world and welcome. How you want to display, you decide. Okay. So we are learning how to use HTML for displaying now. See this? Understood? So next. So opening and closing of tags, you should be very careful now. Understood? Otherwise some effects will come like this. Fine. Hello world, welcome. Next I'll say cluster software. I want to display something. Cluster software solutions. So let's say I'll go and refresh. See this? It is getting displayed. But look here. I'll put this in next line. Right now it was in single line. I'll put it in next line. But when you display it, it's still in the same line. I'm refreshing. Understood? But still it's in the same line. So it does that Vishan, this HTML language also does not understand white space. So if you want to use new line character, we use one more tag called as BR. BR is one more tag. It will new line character it is. BR is a new line character in HTML. Save it, go refresh. So it comes to next line. Understood? Now for BR, see this tag, I'm opening the tag and sometimes we close the tag there itself. This is how we open and close it there. You're opening as well as closing it. Understood? So some tags, see what will happen. I'm opening body and closing body here, and in between body I'm writing the content. For BR there is no content only. Is there any content? So what we do? We open it there and see if you want to write contents, that time we use a start tag and end tag. Like body. I want to write everything within the body. So start tag and end tag. So I should not close it here only. If I close it here, what will happen? I can close it. Now see, I'll just do it. See, this is opening and closing. You can do it like this. Just go refresh. Yeah, no effect, but it's the wrong way to do. Okay. In fact, you will never get any errors in HTML. There are no errors. Whatever the browser understands, it will interpret and display. Whatever it understands. Understood? So I'll give you a good clarity on that. You will never get any errors. In Java you get errors now. Correct? But here you will not get errors. So pretty lucky now. No error only. You like errors or you don't like errors? You don't like errors. So that's why HTML is not giving any errors only. I show you. Yeah? So your debugging is pretty difficult now. Understood? Because say Java debugging is easy because you have got a compiler, powerful compiler. Here no compiler only. All you only have to study. So always you don't like compilers now because why? They give errors. Now say take interpreter. No error only. Never you will get. Okay, you are not supposed to close, but because it will not display this content. Understood? So anyway, we'll come back to that. So this is how we are doing body. Fine. I'm opening and closing it here only. Understood now? I'm telling you can open and close it in the same line, or if you need content, that's when we have the start tag and end tag like this. So slowly you understand. I'm introducing all the tags. So welcome cluster software solutions. Fine. Now again I'll say refresh. Same display. Fine. Next we'll continue coding. So inside body only I'll go on. See whatever I'm typing in body is getting displayed there. You type anything in body, where it is getting displayed? In this part of the browser. Understood? So I'll go on displaying like this. So next I'll type good morning. Yes sir? Good morning. Okay. So next refresh, good morning comes there. But I want good morning in the next line. So what will you do? BR. So fine. So refresh, yes, it will go to next line. Yeah, but I want to make good morning little more attractive. I want it to scroll. These are the kind of displays we give to the users to make our websites attractive. See, always a user is attracted to your application. When you develop an application, okay, a user is always attracted to your application because of its user interface. So how good you design, that better your application is going to be selling in the market. You generally have, means why do you like Facebook or Orkut and all that? UI. First is UI, user interface. So always we need good user interfaces. So let's see now. Good morning, I will display. See this? I'll use something called as marquee. Is one more tag. And I'll open and, sorry, not for that. For good morning I'll do it. Done. So go there, refresh, see what is good morning now. It is scrolling like this. Understood? Hardly I use on tag and you are getting an output like this. So getting this kind of presentation is very easy in HTML as compared to what? C, C++ or other languages which you know. You can get, I'm not saying no, but hardly what did you do here? See this code? You're getting such colorful and bright displays here, attractive displays. Good morning. Understood? So next, marquee is on, again what is marquee now? Tag. Always see HTML file like this only now. Make it habit. Marquee is a tag. This is the, good morning is the value what you are giving to it, fine, and marquee is the closing tag here. It's fine. So now next, I'll type, how are you? Done? So will marquee affect how are you? No, it will not affect because good morning has been enclosed within marquee tag. So like that, how you want to display, see we are trying to display some content now. So how you want to display, I can use header, I can use marquee, like that we can go on using all these tags and display our text content. How are you is there. Understood? I don't think I'll change this color to red or I'll change it to some other color, pink, so that it will be more visible to you. Light color I'll take. Clear? It will be more clear to you now. Okay, so like this it is happening now. Fine, next, how are you? Then I'll say, good luck. Again what happens? This will be in the same line, yes or no? Just see. It will be in the same line. So next what I'll do? Good morning, fine. Good luck. So what I'll do is, but I have to bring it to next line, so I'll say BR. Done? Done. So now see more things. I want to display good luck in red color fonts. Understood? Or 1 second, yeah. They are coded till here now. Marquee is doing what now by default? I'll come to that. It is scrolling now. Yes or no? From what? See, if you see like this, it is scrolling from right to left. Yes or no? For you it is scrolling from what? Right side to left side. But I want to make it scroll from left to right. Understood? I want to make it scroll from left to right. So I think scroll is equal to, is this attribute correct? Okay. See, if you forget by chance attributes, you don't have to by heart again. See, even I have forgotten. So what I do now? Okay. You can go to any website. I'm showing you solutions now. You don't have to by heart anything here also. Different attributes of scroll, sorry, what is that? Marquee tag. Marquee tag in HTML. So many tutorials you'll find. You can go anywhere. You find out the attributes. Yeah, direction is the attribute. These are all the attributes. So many tags are there. In one tag you'll have many attributes. One by one you'll understand. You don't have to by heart. Understood? So fine. Next, what will you do? Put that value here. Direction is equal to left. So what will you do? Go there now. Refresh. Sorry, by default I think it is left. Make it as right. Default value of marquee is what? left. Okay, just go now, refresh. So it starts coming from this side. So all tags have default behavior. If you don't like that behavior, change the behavior by using what? Attributes. Attributes are used for giving values to attributes. Means you'll give the attributes, you'll provide some extra information to the attribute. Okay, you'll provide some extra information to the attribute. Now the tag will start behaving in that, using that extra information. So what is the extra information I gave now? Direction is equal to right. So what is this now? Marquee is the tag. Yes. Direction is the attribute and right is the value. Like this. It starts off. Yes. Now let's come now. How are you? You are here. So refresh. It is displaying like this. If you don't want that, remove it. Okay. So now see. It will be like this. Fine. Next. Let's continue. Marquee I'll remove. Fine. Next. Good luck. So it's displaying good luck. Now I want to display good luck in cream color. The fonts. So how will I do it? So I'll use one more tag now called as font. So see how many tags I'm covering now. Clear? Font. Then close font. Color is equal to, I'll say something like red, I'll say. So good luck will be displayed in what now? Red color. So how you want your text, you can format and display like this. Done? Next. But I want to increase the size of it. Font. I'll say size is equal to something like 20. So now clearly see, font is the tag, size is the attribute, 20 is the value, color is the attribute, red is the value. So font tag is having two attributes. Font tag, or it still has more. Right now I'm using two attributes of font tag. Which are they? Size and color, like this. So refresh, see this. Done? Okay. So like this, you go on coding HTML now. So you can format your text however you want and display it. See, this one is header. This I am using as header title font. This I am changing this is text content only, but you are displaying it in whatever style you want. So fine. This is done. So next, how do you comment now? Commenting is one very important now. In Java, use slash. Okay, forward slash means single line comment. Slash star, multi-line comment. So comments are always ignored during execution. Yes or no? I don't want to display this. How are you and good luck. I don't want to display this. I want to comment it. I want that to be ignored. So how do you should know how to put the comment also. Use this to comment. Sorry. So we use this symbol now. This one. So anything within this will be commented. Getting it now? Anything written within this will be commented. Interjection mark slash slash. It is one line or two line, that is your wish here. You can make single line also, multi line also. Anything which is written, this will be ignored now. So I have done the same thing. Interjection, hyphen, and I am closing it here like this. This is how you comment HTML. This is actually an interview question. How do you comment HTML? Something in HTML. Okay, it looks silly, but sometimes you lose interviews because of such silly questions only. Means that shows how extensively you worked on HTML. You'll tell, no, I know HTML. So how good you are in HTML? They can check with this silly things only. Clear? So fine, next. All this done. So we'll see how to get the input values now. We want boxes now. Enter your name, enter your password. Yeah, that is where we have to reach now. I showed you how to get the text. See here, what is your file containing now? Purely HTML tags and text. We had seen in the document. What is the point I gave you? HTML documents contain HTML tags and plain text. So in what way you want to display your text, you go on deciding, like using font, color, anything. Understood? So next we'll be saying, means HTML is mainly used for displaying text content. Now I'll be showing you how to use it for collecting input values. Then I'll come to giving structure to it. Yes. So fine. Next, all this okay. See this. Please, I'll say only enter your name. This is a text only. It will be displayed normally now. Let's see how, when you execute, how it displays now. Refresh. So those things are not executed because I have commented. Enter your name is coming here now. Understood? So next, see this, more tags. Input type is equal to text. Here your important topic starts. Displaying leave, that is normal, you'll do it. But this is where your actual coding starts. Input type is, this is from where, this place where you start getting the values now. Input type, input is the tag now. Always read like that. Input is the tag, type is the attribute, text is the value. Let's see. Input type is equal to text means that box will come now. Understood? Input is the tag. That tag, what it will do? It will give this box, text box we say. So now see, I'll type here. This is where the user is going to give the value. Done? Fine. Next, enter your name. Next, enter your password. Correct? So let's go and again refresh. See that, learn like this only. It's coming there. But I want to enter your password in the next line. So what you do? BR. Like this, you slowly learn typing HTML files. Enter your password. Next, I want to have an input field. Once you do that, one second, I'll come to that. Go and check always till you learn. Always what you do, once you type something, go and refresh and see. Okay, whether it's executing or not. So it's still not executing, BR. Okay, I should put it here. Done? So then next, once it is executed, now come, again start coding now. You want the one more box now for input. So this time what will you say? Input, same tag you'll use, type attribute only you'll use, but the value what I'll give will be password. So password is a value now, which will be given to what? In type attribute. So type is on attribute. Type is on attribute. It has got many type of values. One by one I start showing you. Okay. One of the value what I'm giving is text. Another value what I'm giving to type is password. See what happens now. Go refresh. Display wise it is no different for you. But when the user types now, input type is equal to text means text will be displayed. Understood? Input type is equal to password means it is not visible. That's the difference. Both are input only fields, but one is text, one is password. Done? So this is where it starts off. So then next, yeah. So now I'll say input type. Next I want to have the submit button. Yes or no? So input type is equal to submit. See, input is the tag, but this time I'm telling what? Type is equal to submit. See what happens. You'll get it. But it's displaying something like submit query. I want to have some other message. That is the default value it displays. So I don't want that. So I want to say something like login. And also I want it in the next line. Okay. So I want it in next line. So what I'll do here, I put first BR. That is okay. See, input is the tag. Type is the attribute. Submit is the value. One more attribute is there called as value. Understood? Value is equal to login. That in caps or small, that's your wish. Okay. So you can type like this. Value is equal to login. That's the message. Instead of that, it will display now login. Understood? So enter your name means now are you getting it? What is input tag? Okay. What are the different attributes type is having now? Sorry. What are the different values? What are the different values you can give to the type attribute? Text, password, submit, and you know the difference now. Type is equal to text means text will be displayed. Password means that star 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 or whatever it will be displayed on the user type. Submit means no option to type. It will give you the submit button. Submit means it will give you the submit button. So this is how it will execute. Go there, refresh. Understood? Again, if you want to see the code, yes, view source. See this? This is what is HTML interpreting and displaying. Understood? Fine. Now, we got the idea of how to get the input now. User will enter the values and submits this. So these values are what we'll receive into our application now. Understood? So dynamic values will be coming from here now. Understood? So fine, that is okay. But now let's talk about structuring is required. See, we have everything here, enter your name, enter your password, everything we got it. We feel pretty happy. But we are application developers. How far can you attract a user to this screen now? The user is never attracted to the screen because it looks somewhat junk now. What is this? It is not aligned properly. Yes or no? You are getting everything what you want, but alignment and all is not there. We need structuring now. We want to align it properly. Okay, so we display, apart from that we want good alignment and all that. That is called as structuring. So let's see how you do structuring. This is one big subject now, structuring. It comes with pure experience to you now. So for structuring what I'll use, some extensive use tag is, one of the tag is table. So I'll introduce one more tag now, called as what? Table. Are you following now? I'm just going on introducing tags. Nothing I'm doing. I'm typing my text and using tags. So see this. So we have got the output, but we need a better output. That is the reason what I'll do. I will delete all this. Done. See how I'll type now. I'll use the tag called as table now. Fine. Open it. Close it. Now whatever you want within the table, you can go on typing. So I finished typing table now. Go there and refresh. You will not see any table here. As and when you type, it will start growing. Understood? It will grow. As soon as you go on typing it, it will grow. So what exactly I am trying to do now is, see, I'll have one table now. I'll be having one table now. It will be like this now. This is the actually means for alignment purpose. I'll do this now. This table, generally a table will not have what? Rows and columns. That is common now. So you'll say enter your name will be here. That box will come here. Then next, enter your password. You'll type here. Means it will be displayed now properly, and your tab will come here. Then I want login button in between both of them. I don't want it here also. I don't want it here also. I want it exactly in the center. So now this is the output I require now. So we know how to get this output now. Text means getting the text display and all, we know that. Getting the means collecting the input values we know, but we need to structure now. So how will you do? So we are going to create one table now. In table we know that we have rows and columns. So in HTML language, to create rows, to create row, this is row now. This is one row, this is one row, this is one row. Yes or no? So we use one tag called as tr. tr is the tag we use. tr means table row. Understood? So we'll be using 3 trs now because we need what? 3 rows. Fine. Next. But in one row, how many columns I'm having? 2 columns. Understood? So we'll use td for this. td means full form is table data cell. See, tr full form is table row. Anyway, nobody will question you what is full form and all that, but for your understanding I am telling. Table data cell. It's called as a cell, and since it contains some data, they say table data cell. Done? So this is what we will be doing now. Are you clear? So we'll see how to do the structuring now. So we have to have good UIs, otherwise nobody will use it. Your application, even if you have a very good application, nobody will use it, because every user is always attracted to the application because of its user interface only. Understood? So now let's see how to get this output now. Okay? So if you know how to get this output, you're almost all done now. How much is required for project? Perfectly are finished. Done? So I put table tag now, and I'll execute and show it to you again. In fact, when I type table, it will not display anything. Remember that. Understood? So as I go on adding the row and column, it starts growing like this. Understood? Once again. Yeah, we have coded till here and I showed you the output. I added the table tag. Now let's go and refresh. We are not seeing the table. So in the table I need what? First row. So now see tr. Open the row, close it immediately. Any tag you open and close it. Then next. Okay, in that row, first row, what I need? Okay, I have added row now. Again go and refresh. You will not see anything here. Slowly you see how it will come up, the table. Okay, so I'll say I need one column now. So I'll say TD. In the first column, what do I need? Enter your name. Yes or no? Then in the next column, what I need? See there, what I need? Enter your name, first row. Then I next need what? Input column. So I'll do it now. This is another column now. Slash TD. Now I'll say input type is equal to now see. So as soon as I say this, you go and refresh now. Yes, you are getting it, but still you are not seeing the table. I'll show you the table, don't worry. So next, after you say enter your name, input type is equal to text. See how I want one more row now. Yes or no? So the next row would be what? Enter your password. Yes or no? This is okay. I'll just, instead of copying pasting, first I will type it for you. One more row I want. TR, then what? Slash TR. Then in that what I need? TD. And in this what I want? Close the TD. Enter your password. And next. Okay. So in this second row there is only one column now. Understood? So again you refresh. You can say enter your password. Fine. I need one more column now. And in that column what I need? Input type. TD. Yes, the second row and two columns are also ready now. I can close it. Okay. And refresh. So you're getting the output. See, sometimes you don't close, you'll get the output. I'm not saying no. Even input tags, now you have to close it. See here. It is not having any, I'm opening and closing it in the same line. These tags are called as void tags. Void. If you open and close it there only, no, it's called as void tags. Understood? Just I'm telling you some terminology, that's it. So anyway, input is on void tag, BR is on void tag. Yes, there's so many void tags like this. So next, now let's go and see now. See, it's aligned now properly. Understood? You want to see the table, huh? See now, I'll show you. For seeing that, I'll use one attribute called as border is equal to 2. So what is border now? Is an attribute of table. 2 is the value. 2 is the value, border is the attribute, table is the tag. Fine. Go there, refresh. Now see the table. You can see the table now? It's like that. So fine. Next. Now I need one more row for what? Login. So again I'll say TR. Well, it should be in the next row. Close it. TR. So then next, I need one column now. TD. Yes or no? So there what I need? Input type is equal to submit. Input type is submit. Value is login. Close it and close slash TD. Understood? It's coming in next line, that's it. Are you following now? So input type is equal to submit, value is equal to login. That's it. It's coming in next line. Means, but see, this is the tag, this is one attribute, this one attribute. Now see. Refresh. So next row, in the first column, login is coming. But I want it in the center, right? I want login to be where? Center. So what will I do now? Yes. Now see, we'll see some more attributes of TD also. Table data cell. I'll tell call span is one more attribute of what? TD now. TD is equal to, I'll say how many columns you want now? 2. I'll consider both the columns. Okay, TD is call span is equal to 2. Still, see this. I'll say refresh, no difference. Now that both the columns are treated as what? Single column. Understood? So now I want, by default, login is getting displayed in the left side corner. Okay, what I'll do now, there is one more attribute now. Align is equal to, yes, first I'll show you. By default value it is what? Left. If I want I can say right. Now see this. Refresh, it is coming to this corner. Understood? If I remove call span, see what happens. If I remove it, it will be in what? Single column. Understood? So call span, you are telling what span you want to consider. Either single column or 2 columns. For 2 columns you want left or 2 columns you want right. Because our table is having 2 columns, you are saying call span is equal to 2. Sometimes your table will have what? 3 columns, 4 columns, that time it say call span is equal to 3, 4 according to that. Understood? Fine. Call span. Next, I'll say again call span, I'll bring it back and I'll say align is equal to center. Done? Refresh now. Yes. You can see it is in the center. Done? So call span, you consider that. So again you can say view source. Now it's perfectly aligned now. See, this is what is interpreting and getting displayed. Fine. Perfectly aligned. But nobody likes to see the table border. Yes or no? When you see, till now you have seen so many web applications. For the purpose of displaying, I displayed. If you want to display it, display it. If you don't want, remove that border. That's it. It will become like earlier, normal. See now, but it's perfectly aligned. Earlier, how was enter your name? This is structuring now. Simple, I showed you for around 4 values. Enter your name, input type text. Understood? So this is how it will happen now. If you want to retain it, else remove it. So now, what did you understand here? See how many tags I have covered? HTML, head, body, H2, marquee, table. So many tags we are learning at the same time, attributes. Now, how it goes? Input, okay, see TD is the child tag of what? TR. TR is the child tag of table. Table is the child tag of body. Are you following now? That's how it goes on. So you have to use it there only. Below the parent tag only you have to use the child tag. So tags are there. You have to use it correspondingly. Understood? Fine. Now next, let me come to one more tag I'll introduce in head part. See right now when I refresh or when I'm executing this, on the top, see there D drive, Ravi Kumar, HTML examples. Can you see this? That is the display. D drive, Ravi Kumar, something it is displaying. I don't want that to be displayed. In the title bar, I want to be displayed as some good message, title. So I can use one tag here called as title in the head. TITLE. Close it, slash, and I'll type it as my first HTML. Now this message will be displayed there. Supposing you want to give some message to your file and display, see this. Now when I refresh, carefully notice now exactly what it is displaying here. D drive, Ravi Kumar, HTML examples, login.html. Correct? Huh? What it changed? My first HTML. We can give titles. It will be displayed in the title bar like that. That's optional. Understood? So these are the facility what you are getting in the language. So I introduced you head part also, body part also. Little I am introducing. Fine. Next, let me make some mistake here. Let's see what happens. I told you HTML will not report any errors now. Okay. See, I'll by chance if I make one spelling mistake. Here you can identify. Notepad you can't identify. Understood? Here something like this you can identify. So by chance marquee spelling wrong is happening now. Let's see what happens. Did it report error? No, but it will show you wrong, which no undesired output. Output you will get. You always want output, no? So in HTML you are free. You will always get output. There is no error only. You want output means definitely you type anything, junk. Whatever the browser understands, it will interpret and display. Understood? So pretty lucky now. You have learned a language without what? Errors. Great you are. Yes? So fine. So always errors are good. Understood now why? Why? Because you can debug things easily. Anyway, it's this one here. Suppose I made mistake. I will not close the tag. Some more mistakes. I forgot to close the tag. Example I am showing you. Sometimes you will see the difference, sometimes you will not see it. See this. Still the same effect. Understood? And then next. So you'll have to identify it properly. That's why as soon as you open a tag, close it off immediately. Then supposingly I forgot to close H2. Understood? Whatever it understands. There's no hard and fast rule that everything will be displayed in header font or title font. Whatever it is understanding, it will go on displaying now. So you have to go and debug now. So that's why as soon as you type something, you can go on seeing the output. Understood? So fine. Just I showed you all that. Now more things. Now HTML is not case sensitive, I told. See, HTML I am typing in caps tag. Other tags are what? Small case. Fine. See, this HTML and this HTML is caps. Or body is small, this body is caps. Fine. Then next marquee. See, I'll type marquee like this, QUEE. It is case insensitive. It is case insensitive. You understand what I did? HTML, both HTML caps. Now one body is caps, one more is small. Marquee, see how I have typed combination of caps and small, but we follow convention of always what? Small case. I'm just showing you HTML language is case insensitive. Refresh till you are getting the correct output. Understood? So pretty lucky now. You got a language without any errors. Great. Yes or no? So this is how it has been done. Fine. We'll continue coding still. Now more things I'll show you. This is our page now. What you have got? Done. So next more things to say here. I show you how to get the link, hyperlink. You want the hyperlink now? So I'll show you. See this. So the tag for that is A. A means anchor tag. Understood? A href. Href. Okay. Is equal to href is what now? What is A? First you understand A is the tag. Basics you understand. Don't go into complications. A is the tag. Href is what? Attribute. Yes. So here I'll tell. Click here to go to next page. Okay. So what is the value will give here? We haven't login. First page what we created? Hello.html now. So I'll give that value. See the link comes, and if I click there, it will take me to the next page. But that page should be there, huh? So give that value. Are you clear? href. And on convention, what we follow is if both the files are in the same folder, no problem. What is happening here? Hello.html and login.html are both in the same file. I gave the value like that, no problem. But by chance, it's always advisable to give like this. / means in the same current folder. We use what? Relative path. Relative path also you can use / and do this. This is still the same output. Better do it like this. Understood? Still you will get the output. Okay. And if it is in some other folder, you can say now what? // all that you can do. // is what again? Relative path. Otherwise you can use what? Absolute path also. Absolute path means like this also you can give. See this. This is our location now. / hello.html. Give the full value. This will also work. But it is recommended not to do that, because tomorrow you take your program and put it in some other computer, it will not work, because you have to put it in what? D drive only. Like that problems will come. So just always use what? This is, I showed you the difference between absolute path and relative path. This is absolute. From the drive you will take. Understood? Still the same output. Understood? No difference. So I'll bring it back to this only now. Done? Fine. Now how about adding images? Yes or no? You want to display now color, your photo, your girlfriend's photo and all you want to display now. Now what to do? So we'll see that. You got solutions, everything here. So what will I do here? The next tag which I show you is image. Understood? So image src is equal to, you have to give the file name. But close the tag here only. Okay. So now what is the value? You should have an image file now. So let me, we see by default you will have it in Windows. I'll go to, see, I'm going to Explorer. In Explorer, see here, pictures. Click there. There are some, by default they'll be giving you, which on Windows people. I'll take one now. And I will, if you want, you can give the absolute path. But what I'll do, I'll copy that and put it here only. And press F2. It's advisable to press F2 and copy the full file name. You can type there, but better is copy it. Understood? And just give the value here. Better, because if you type in a small, I mean some mistakes, spelling mistakes and all you do, it will not display. Then just go and refresh. Wow, see here. But it's too big now. So there is some attribute for this. Height and width. There are two attributes. Height is equal to, I'll start off with something like 50. One more attribute of img tag is, img is a tag, src is an attribute. Understood? Height is the attribute, 50 is the value. Next, width. So always learn HTML like this only. Tag, attribute, value, tag, attribute, value. This, okay, width is equal to 50. That's your wish, height and width. Now just go and refresh. How small it is displaying. So depending on your convenience, you want it in the next line now. First we'll put it in next line, BR. Fine. So next, I want more bigger size. You can change. I'll make it as 300. Height is 300. But width also make it better. Proportionate you make. Otherwise, you'll see it displays like. Just I'm showing you how to use the attributes values. So like this, we start developing web pages. Understood? So simple now. So we start depending on HTML for displaying text. See, so much of text I have displayed. Then I showed you how to collect the input values. Then structuring also we saw. Understood? So this is how the HTML subject starts off. And now you should be getting the idea why it's called as a markup language. Markup means tags, because it contains only tags. That's why it's called as markup language. Hyper means what? You have that link now. Because of this link only it is called as hyper. Hyper means, see, in one HTML file you can have any number of links. You don't have to go from one page, means one link to, means see, supposing I am making one more link, like this one link, 2-3 links I have. If I click here, it will take me there. If I click to some other link, it will take me to some other file. If I click one more link, it will take me to some other file. But it is not mandatory that you have to go what? Earlier programs were not sequential. After this one, after this one only. But now not like that. If you are having an HTML file, you can click whatever link you want. It is hyper. Means there is something called as linear and hyper. Linear means sequentially only it will go. But here what happens in HTML? No linear. Whichever link you want, you can click and go to that file. Yes or no? You browse now. In your browsing what will happen? Do you have to go one after the other, next? No, nothing like that. No. So whichever, so many options will be there. Whichever one you want, you can click and visit. That's why it's called as hyper. It contains text. Markup. Markup is used for marking your text. That's the actual meaning of it. It's used for marking your text or displaying your text. Hyper, text, markup, and it's a language. You don't have to go in depth and understand what is that full form and all that. But just I gave you an understanding on what is HTML language, how it gets the name. Done? So this is about HTML now. This is more than sufficient for you to develop what? Web applications. Okay. Only extra thing, see, we application developers, we only require the inputs. So one type of input what I showed you is text, password. But definitely have more types of input. Radio button, check boxes, Okay, so that same tag you'll use which one? Input only. Type is equal to select, type is equal to radio, like that. So what I'll do is I'll give you two more files. Okay, that is your assignment. I'll show you the first output. So you have to find out and write those HTML files now. I'll just show you output. See this. So that is where you'll learn your HTML now. See, this is on output now. Employee.html, employee registration form. Yes. Personal details. I'll clear all this now. You got table, row, column and all? Yeah. First name, last name, date of birth, like this. Departments, drop down now. So you have to, this is the user interface. See, user will select these values and give it to your application now. These are your dynamic values. Understood? Mobile, email, login. It's on screen, you try to do it. Very simple screen. Then next. But here I am showing only drop down. One more I'll show you. Info.html. See this? Enter username. So I'll fill the values. Just I'll show you. It is input type is equal to text. This password, you know what it is. Okay. Date of birth. Okay. You can type anything. Validation and all we'll see later. 12-03-2014. Something like this you can give. User will type now. Enter your date of birth in this format. You can clear instructions. Then email ravi@cluster.com. Like this, the user goes on typing the values. Done. Enter the technologies I know. I know only what? Servlet, but you know everything. Yes. Fine. Next, languages you know. You can select what are languages you know. Then see means, but you are seeing here what options? Checkbox, drop downs. See here. Which is your favorite copy of Frappe or anything? If you have gone to Coffee Day, select it. Okay. Then next what? Select gender. Okay, I'll select male. Find the radio button. Observe. Don't see only output. Concepts. Again, everything you see, you should see it as concept only. Now text area. See this. I'll type. You type mail and all now. You type your mail. Okay. So like this. And now see it can grow also. Like this you can extract. I mean, we are not getting the option here. Just a second. Okay, like this you can go on filling anything you type. Okay, so now here you will be seeing, I will open it in Chrome also and show you. Okay, 1 second. See, and one more thing, there is no standard that HTML will display the same in all browsers. That is the display you saw in what? Explorer. See, I will open it up in Chrome. Open with Google Chrome. Slight difference might be there. Okay, and see here, you got this option. Understood? So one browser has been designed to interpret in one. There is no standard way. Means if you design on web page now, you do not expect the same output in what? All the browsers. Sometimes it will not display only. Because right now I am using only HTML. Later on, along with HTML, you will use more languages. JavaScript, jQuery. It will give you still more colorful displays. CSS. They are very powerful. Right now, this is the start. UI itself is only a big subject. Apart from HTML, we will be using what? CSS to get good displays. CSS, cascading style sheets. Then JavaScript for validations. Because I don't want wrong values to enter into a program. Understood? JavaScript, jQuery. Like this we go on using many things. Understood? So, if you use all those things, simple things it will display. But some old browsers will be there which will not execute what? JavaScript only. Understood? So, you should have a compatible browser. Anyway, right now just I introduced you what it is and why you will not get the standard display in what? Every browser. Even though it is executed in browsers, you will not get the standard display in every browser. Understood? So fine. So this is how it is. You just see this. I am typing again name. It will type in text, password like this, date of birth. You can type email. Then this one, checkbox. Now see, radio button, male. If I select female, that is disabled. Robot. Okay, it is disabled. That is very important now. Understood? So you are getting all solutions now. Like this, you can go on typing. He'll type all these values and he'll say login. If you click login, it will not submit now because you have not written our application. So don't click login and see. Well, sir, it is not going only, sir. Where it will go? Write full code. Only on page you display means how it will happen. Done? So this is what you have to do. This is your assignment. But even though I give you assignment, for reference, these two files will be given to you. Understood? Which one? Those two files what I showed you now will be given to you. So you go through that. Done? This photo will be given to you now anyway, source code and all that. So if you want, you can see employee.html, edit plus you open up, all this code you can see what I have done. Okay, some more tags I am introducing. That's it. Please enter the details, username, choose technologies you know. This is what? Means here fonts are big, so that's why it's just moving that side. Okay, then one more is what? Login.html, info.html. Like this, you can give any good name. That is info only I have opened up. Employee, this one, employee registration form. See, U means I means italics, U means underline. Some tags. It will underline what now? Employee registration form. See the output when I execute this program? Employee registration form. See the font how it is displayed? Underlined, italics, like that. U, what I got? B means bold. Understood? So like that you can use all the text. BIUH2. Title fonts only I am making it bold, still bold. So like this you go on seeing it. So that's your assignment. Clear? Okay, that's it.